Peace, everybody. Confessions. Peace, everybody. Confessions. Peace, everybody. Confessions. You are listening to Confessions with Brian T. Bethea on 102 Jamz. There we go. Yep. Testing, testing.
Ladies and gentlemen, as always, the show has to try again.
Peace, everybody. Confessions. Peace, everybody. Confessions. Peace, everybody. Confessions. You are listening to Confessions with Brian T. Bethea on 102 Jamz. What's good, family? Welcome back to another episode of Confessions with Brian T. Bethea on WJHM102jams.com. Listen, fam, we're going to talk about what's going on in the world right now, world events. So listen, we got a lot to talk about. We got some celebrity deaths to talk about, including one special one that has touched our hearts right now, man. And of course, we got, what we got going on, more police brutality and things that's going on across the world. So, family, we will be right back, of course, to talk about more in just a few minutes. We'll be right back. WJHM102jams.com. Peace.
Hey guys, this is TC1, and when I stay in Orlando, I like to stay at the Quality Suites over on International Drive. They are amazing properties, simple rooms in an all-suite hotel with outdoor pool, a restaurant, plus free Wi-Fi and a shuttle. Guys, give them a call at 407-363-0332. They're located at 7400 Canada Ave, Orlando, Florida, 32819.
All you dolls out there, this is me, Sizzle. 2019 flew by and my friend still did not have the body she wanted. Then I discovered a solution. The Cosmetic Surgery Place. Yes, cosmetic surgery. Don't spend another minute miserable. Call 407-636-5000. She did. Now my friend is all of that and then some.
Be one of the next 7 callers to receive your breast surgery. Free with a tummy tuck. Yes, free. Call now at 407-636-5000.
This is Aretha Simons. When I'm driving, I'm listening to Confessions with Brian T. Bethea on 102 Jamz.
Are you frustrated with your computer? Tired of waiting for the computer to let you get your work done? Having an IT professional available when you need him can be invaluable to your business. With a Your Computer Solutions monthly service plan, you can enjoy error-free computing and get your tasks done when you want them done. Got a virus or malware warning? Call YCS and let them remotely solve the issue for you. Computer running slow? Give YCS a call and they will remotely fix it. When? Well, right away. On average, our clients are back up and running within 10 minutes of their call. If you want your computer to run smoothly month after month, just get the Your Computer Solutions monthly service plan. Your Computer Solutions is there when you need them. Call us today at 407-826-0810. I repeat, 407-826-0810. Emergency repair when you need it. Call us, 407-826-0810.
All right, what's good, family? We are back again. This is Confessions with Brian T. Bethea on WJHM102jams.com. Thank y'all for tuning in with me, family. Again, it is a pleasure to be back with y'all and, with the Confessions family all across the world right now. Of course, we just want to also tell your friends and family about my show, Confessions with Brian T. Bethea on WJHM102jams.com. We would appreciate the love, y'all. Share it, spread the word. Hopefully you will love what we're talking about today. Of course, we're talking about what's going on in the world right now, so we're going to just go do a show on just world events right now, man. So listen, we want to start off right now, man, talking about the unbelievable weekend in just deaths that we've had. It really really shot me. My condolences, of course, to the families of Chadwick Boseman and Cliff Robinson, as well as Coach John Thompson. With Coach Thompson, listen, I grew up as a pretty much like a Big East basketball fan when I was growing up. My favorite teams when I was growing up was St. John's, of course, being from New York and Syracuse and what have you, man. But I was a fan mostly of the Big East, and watching Georgetown and them back in the day with Patrick Ewing and Darryl Wingate and Sleepy Floyd and all them back in those days. The Georgetown Destroyers is what they used to call them. It was something really, really special to watch, man, and just to see John Thompson become, of course, the first black coach to win an NCAA tournament. It's just, we're real grateful and, for that, just to show that everybody, to really show that anybody, regardless of race or color, can be able to do the job and do the job well. And we're glad that he did that, not only for himself, but, we just all took inspiration from him in doing that, plus all the advice that he gave, that his former players shared with the world and everything. It really means a lot to all of us, especially those that were basketball fans or are basketball fans. But right now, the death that we are talking about right now, man, is mostly with Chadwick Boseman. Man, that hit me hard, fam. And I saw that. Somebody posted it on Facebook. I was scrolling down. I just saw a meme, and it said, "Rest well, King." I'm like, what in the world? Nah, that ain't happened. Looked it up, and I was so in shock. I was like, yo, you got to be kidding me, yo. You really got to be kidding me. And there's just certain things with death, and not to say that I'm not saying that no one is special. Everybody is special to somebody. Even people out there who you feel like no one loves you, somebody out there loves you, regardless. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of how you feel, somebody out there loves you. But there are really certain deaths where someone that dies, it feels like all the air has been sucked out of the planet, literally. That was, of course, one with Kobe. We definitely that was tough for a lot of people, and it's still tough for a lot of people to accept that right now. But especially with Chadwick, it's just like, man, this cat had colon cancer. For the past 4 years, he was battling colon cancer, and did an innumerable amount of movies battling that joint, and you would never know. And as far as we know, you didn't hear anybody complain. I'm sorry, you didn't hear him complain that we know of. Now he might, I don't know if he complained to like his friends or his family members or what have you, but it's just that to do that much of a job, to do your stunts, of course, with Black Panther, and all the work he did with 21 Bridges, which I might add was also a great movie, as well as 42, another great movie. To do all the moves as James Brown and Get On Up, that is perseverance. You should never say that you can't do anything when you saw that this man did all those movies with all that action, battling, stage 3, and eventually became what stage 4. Let me also add that he did the Five Bloods movie with Spike Lee, but he did all that and was still able to persevere and get his work done. You know what I'm saying? That is toughness personified right there. I definitely want to give a shout out to that brother and just say rest in heaven. You did well, King. Unfortunately, I didn't get the chance to meet you, and I would have liked to have met you, and of course worked with you or what have you. Being, of course, I'm an actor as well, and I'm praying that God takes good care of you. You know what I'm saying? And but here's another thing that's going out there in the world. People have already, and I've been debating if this is wrong or not. People are already debating if they should recast Black Panther. And I've tried so much to stay out of that discussion because the way I've been thinking personally is like, this man ain't even lukewarm in the ground yet. You know, can we just have a moment just to let him be, you know, let you know, his friends, his family mourn, you know, a little bit more before they start recasting or judging, you know, trying to say what Marvel should do with the Black Panther character or what have you. Yes, but what I'm mostly reading online, of course, is that, you know, they want Letitia Wright to take over, Letitia Wright's character, Shuri, to take over as Black Panther, which, if you are familiar with the Black Panther comic books, which I am as well, just about all of my comic books that I own are Black Panther comic books. Actually, all of my comic books that I own are Black Panther comic books. You know, Shuri does become Black Panther in the Black Panther comics or what have you. Of course, those are under different circumstances or what have you. But it's almost kind of eerie, though, because in the comics, she takes over as Black Panther when, as T'Challa was coming back from having a fight with Dr. Doom, and what ended up happening was he ended up going into a coma, and she ended up having to save Wakanda from the soul devourer by the name of Morlun, and she ended up, you know, having to earn her right as Black Panther or what have you. So I am kind of curious how Marvel is going to work this. You know, are they going to let Shuri take over as Black Panther, or are they going to recast or what have you? And you know, I would have loved to, you know, and I'm sure everybody would have. I would have loved to have seen, you know, Chadwick continue to live, man. He brought so much life and character to Black Panther. And of course, you know, he was one of my fan picks to play Black Panther. And I was so glad when Marvel chose him, because I knew he was going to do a good job. And he absolutely did. He knocked it out of the ballpark. Definitely did his thing. And, you know, it's sad because I really wanted to know, as a Black Panther fan, I really wanted to see Black Panther and Storm hook up in the movies, you know, which is what a lot of fans have been wanting for the longest time. For those of y'all that may not know, Storm and Black Panther were married in the comics for a while. As a matter of fact, I haven't read the newest comics yet, but I believe under the Ta-Nehisi Coates' run that of the books that I have, they are back together. I'm not sure if they are still together because I haven't read any of the current issues, but I think that's the main thing that people were wanting for. They want Storm into the now that Storm is in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, everyone wanted them to push for Nick Storm into Black Panther somehow, some way. But right now, man, you know, people have already started to, you know, recast Black Panther with John David Washington possibly taking over the lead role. And I'm like, you know, it's great actor. I will say wonderful actor. Love this job in Black Klansman. You know, what have you. You know, I'm just going to stay out of the recasting right now and just let everyone, you know, just have their moment. And what I found, actually, you know, when we talk about social media, everybody getting on social media right now, man, you know, it's funny because people think like if a celebrity doesn't post, you know, their feelings about someone they used to work with that died or what have you, then they're, you know, a piece of garbage. People be coming at them on social media. And I say that to say, because I just saw a video on YouTube today that said Elizabeth Olsen, who plays Scarlet Witch, had to shut down her social media because people were coming for her because she didn't post anything about Chadwick Boseman's death. And I'm like, yo, how miserable do y'all have to be right now, you know, to do that? You know what I'm saying? The world is going through enough right now with this, you know, crazy pandemic we got going on and the racism going on. And y'all coming at somebody to, you know, because you didn't see her post anything on social media. You don't know you don't know if she reached out to his family or nothing like that. You don't know if, or his friends or what have you. You don't know, you don't even know if she's, you know, mourning privately. You know what I'm saying? You don't even know what their relationship was like, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? As coworkers and friends and stuff like that. So it's like, how miserable of a person do you have to be right now that you are that upset to come for a celebrity, or a person who's in the business and not and think they don't feel a certain way. Some people just mourn privately. You don't have to know everybody's business on social media. Because somebody doesn't post it doesn't mean that they don't feel it. It doesn't mean that it didn't happen. You know what I'm saying? So, for y'all out there who did that, that's messed up. You know what I'm saying? That's straight up messed up. Like, you don't know what, first and second of all, you don't know what she's dealing with in her own private life personally. All you see is like her playing Scarlet Witch and, earning money in the movies and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy right now. You know what I'm saying? You just adding more frustration to anything she got going on personally. And just because even if she is earning a whole lot of money, that doesn't mean she's happy. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully she is, but that doesn't mean that you know that or what have you. You know what I'm saying? Because rich people, wealthy people can still get depressed no matter how much money that you earn or what have you. You can still get depressed. You can still get down or what have you. It doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? So we really have to watch what's going on right there. But yeah, Chadwick did a great job as Black Panther, man. Great job as an actor. I did not know personally that he had been acting for that long. My first time seeing him act was in 42. I did not know he had been on TV shows prior to that. And, personally, I was hoping that one of my picks to play Storm, even though she's on the shorter side, but they can work a way around that. I was hoping Nicole Bahari was going to be offered the role of Storm eventually, and because they work so well together. If you've seen 42, you know exactly what I'm talking about. They had great chemistry, with that, and but unfortunately we won't get the chance to see that happen right now. So, right now it's tough. But fam, just let the family mourn right now. We are all mourning the loss of Chadwick Boseman. He was one of those people, man. When you heard about his death, it's unfortunate. I went ahead and Googled it, and I was just like floored, and I just couldn't believe it. And just floored. I thought somebody was joking and playing a cruel trick. And of course, we hear all the sayings like, y'all let me know when 2020 is over. You know what I'm saying? Or some people be like, well, hold on, let me get a preview of 2021 before we say something like that. You know what I'm saying? So we just got to be mindful right now of what's going on. Listen, man, live your life. You know what I'm saying? What's going on is what's going on right now. So we have to continue to live our life regardless. You know what I'm saying? But listen, we got to go to commercial break real quick. We'll be right back with WJHM102jams.com with Confessions with Brian T. Bethea. Stay tuned, family. We will be right back after these commercial breaks to go pay some bills, all right? We'll be back here on a few. Peace.
Over 40 years, Lighthouse Central Florida has provided education, independent life skills, and job training to thousands of Central Floridians who live with blindness or any degree of vision loss. Whether it's picking out clothes in the morning or just moving around your community, serving Orange, Seminole, and Osceola County, contact Lighthouse Central Florida at 407-898-2483 or visit them online at lighthousecfl.org.
Peace, family. Again, this is Brian with Confessions with Brian T. Bethea. Don't want y'all to forget, also, I host a weekly open mic called Writer's Block. Who's next? Every Saturday, 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Every Saturday at TNT Cafe. That's TEAAND Cafe. Address 127 West Fairbanks Avenue in Winter Park. So again, Writer's Block at TNT Cafe, 127 West Fairbanks Avenue in Winter Park. Peace, y'all.
IBS Show would like to thank Boggy Creek Airboat Adventures for being one of our sponsors. I got to go on an airboat and saw a real gator. I even got to go to the gem mine and mine for some gems. We ate a steak dinner at the restaurant and even got some gator rights. If you want to have a blast with the entire family, I suggest you go to www.bcairboats.com right now. Get your tickets today. The website again is bcairboats.com.
Stop. Put that hammer down. If you are frustrated with your computer, we have a better way. Call Your Computer Solutions at 407-826-0810 and let one of our staff handle it for you. Again, our number is 407-826-0810, and we can work remotely or on-site to solve your computer issues. Use your computer hammer-free with Your Computer Solutions at 407-826-0810.
See David Smith Law.com.
You can call him at 407-801-2667.
Wait, you are not Chuck.
My dad can help when people get hurt. He loves to help.
If you are ever injured at work or in a car accident, you should call my friend Chuck.
You can call him at 407-801-2667.
The website again is cwsmithlaw.com.
Offices, Orlando.
Does it actually have that much W's?
Aw, Dad, my computer's slow again and I can't play my games.
Call Your Computer Solutions today, and we will scan for viruses and clean that computer up remotely and make it fast again. Our phone number is 407-826-0810.
Thanks, Dad. My computer's fast again. Now I can do my homework. Thanks for calling Your Computer Solutions at 407-826-0810.
All right, and we are back again. Confessions with Brian T. Bethea on WJHM102jams.com. Of course, family. So right now, what we also got going on right now, and of course, let me just add another. As we were just talking about, of course, John Thompson and Chadwick Boseman during the last segment. Also want to, of course, explain Clifford Robinson, the 18-year NBA veteran, used to play for the Portland Trail Blazers, as well as a few other teams. Definitely a very, very good player, man. Very instrumental in helping UConn's men's basketball program become prominent to the point that it is now, what have you. And definitely want to give, I understand he did a lot for the community as well. And, he left behind his children, man. You know what I'm saying? I understand he died of cancer also. And very good dude from what I understand, what have you, and, did a lot for his family to help escape poverty in Buffalo, New York, and did the best that he could to help with that, as what have you. And so we do want to say rest in peace to Cliff Robinson, or as he was affectionately also known as Uncle Cliff in the NBA as well. But all right, we got to turn the tables here right quick. And listen, man, we got a lot going on in the community. We still got more police brutality and stuff like that going on right now, man. Listen, this is a conversation that needs to be had. You know what I'm saying? And when I say conversation, I know I've talked about this on past shows or what have you, but the problem is it's still happening. And this is the conversation that needs to be had. Now, notice I said the word conversation. Because when we talk about matters or issues of race, and especially when you're talking about issues of race to somebody who's of the opposite, another race than you are, people always, instead of talking or what have you, it's always screaming. Like, y'all ain't nothing. Y'all need to do this and y'all need to do that. And then y'all need to do this and blah, 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 blah. And stop complaining and stop blaming us for blah, 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 blah. No, or if they're not yelling, they're speaking to each other in a condescending tone, which is almost just as bad as yelling. You know what I'm saying? Nah, we need to have open dialogue. And that doesn't just mean listen, to respond, because that's what a lot of people do anyway. They're only listening to somebody else in order to respond with their own idea. No, we must learn to listen to understand. You know what I'm saying? We have to listen to understand and see where that other person is coming from. Now, of course, there are things that I have to do as a black man that, yes, white folks don't have to do. You know what I'm saying? Or, consciously. You know what I'm saying? That consciously have to do. You know what I'm saying? Now, my thing is this. When I have a police officer following me or what have you, do I get nervous? Yes. I do get nervous. That has nothing to do with what's going on in the media. That comes from my own personal experiences with bad cops. You know what I'm saying? Literally. I've had bad bad instances with bad cops. So that's why I get nervous. So I don't know if I'm going to get a good cop or a bad cop. And a lot of times I thank God, the times where I have been stopped by a good cop, I thank God that I got stopped by a pretty, good cop. And I happen to know a lot of cops that I'm friends with, you know what I'm saying, also. But my thing is with this. I personally have had at least about five instances myself where I've been illegally, or I've been harassed by police. At least 5. I can't even remember if there's more than that, but I know somewhere around 5 for sure. And for instance, maybe I'm not sure if I've explained this on the show before, but for instance, and I think I did. What happened one time with me? I was back home in Harlem, back home in New York. I was driving through Harlem, and I think it was like the last night of poetry for the old Sugar Shack location in Harlem, which used to be on the corner of 139th and 8th, which of course any New Yorker up in that area or anyone that's from New York understands is Frederick Douglass Boulevard. And I had just left. I'm dropping off 2 people, my man, Brother Earl, and my man, Street Prophet 13, of course. And, right after I dropped off my man, Brother Earl, me and my man, Street Prophet, were driving. I forget what road we had turned down, what side street we had turned down. But all of a sudden, out the blue, I see the red and blue lights behind me. And they pull up behind us or what have you, and then start, banging on the door. And not just banging on the door, they trying to get the door open. My doors are already locked, of course, you know what I'm saying? That's how I drive, with the doors locked. So my doors were already locked. They come up to my car already trying to get pulling the door open, which I still believe at now is illegal or what have you, for whatever reason. Because I gave them no reason to pull me over. None whatsoever. At all. I've never been to jail. I've never sold drugs. I've never shot a gun or what have you. Nothing in that regard or what have you. You know what I'm saying? I've never been in trouble with the law. Ever. Other than, of course, speeding tickets or something like in that regard, but nothing of like a major crime or nothing like that. So they're begging on the door like, do you have any weapons? Do you have any drugs or what have you? And I'm sitting there really thinking to myself like, if I had any drugs or weapons on me, do you really think I would tell you? What have you? It's funny, to me why they ask questions like that or what have you. Now, at the time it was funny to me. You know what I'm saying? Now, granted, maybe those questions make more sense to me now, of course. You know what I'm saying? But me not knowing my rights at the time, this was around 2000. I want to say about 2005. So to speak. And I'm not sure if the law has changed now, but I know the laws back then was you did not have to get out of your car unless the police gave you probable cause to pull you over. So me not knowing that, we instinctively got out of the car. Cop automatically turns me around, puts my hands on top of the car. Now, mind you, again, I've never been in trouble with the law at all, ever, and starts patting me down. Or what have you, ask me, where was I coming from? Again, did I have any? And then I'm asking him, why are you pulling me over? I asked one cop, the guy who was patting me down, I asked him this like 3 times. Why are you pulling me over? One of his responses was, well, you sound kind of nervous. I'm like, yeah, you pulled me over and I'm being frisked and I didn't do anything. So how am I supposed to feel? So I didn't say that last part. So of course I said that to myself. How am I supposed to feel? So he pulls us to the back of the car. Mind you, our backs were facing the car. So I just so happened to turn around. And mind you, I did not give these people permission to search my car at all. They did not ask to search my car. They had a cop going through the passenger side illegally searching my car. Like I said, they did not ask for permission. at all. So I didn't say anything because I think there was like, if I remember correctly, there was like 4 or 5 of them compared to just the two of us or what have you. And we just minded our own business. We did not yell at the police officers. We kept our calm, what have you. I asked the cop at least 2 more times. No, I asked him 1 more time when we were standing back there, why did you pull me over? You know what happened? You know what his excuse was for pulling me over? A busted taillight lens. That's what he pointed at. A busted taillight lens was the cause to pull me over to do all that. So that's what ridiculous. So when people complain and wonder why black folks are upset and pissed off, why we getting harassed like this, it's because of reasons like that. Because of reasons like that. That's not the first time I've been, that's definitely, like I said, that's not the first time I've been harassed by police officers. I've been that's the last time I've been harassed by a police officer. But I have been, harassed before plenty of times. You know what I'm saying? And one time I was driving on campus of Hofstra University in back home in Long Island. And driving with some friends of mine. Shout out to my man Doug and my man Manny. I think my man Lamar was with us that time. And we just so happened to be driving in front of the campus police or what have you. I don't know what was going on around that time. My homeboy Manny just throws a tissue out the car, and all of a sudden the sirens comes on. And somehow, and mind you, just out of nowhere, it's like a SWAT team that surrounded us. All of a sudden, we only saw 1 cop car. All of a sudden, there was like 4. All of a sudden, just out of nowhere, and they did the same thing. Step out of your vehicle, pulling on the door handle, what have you. We're like, and mind you, all of us that was in our car, were in college at the time. We weren't doing anything illegal or nothing like that. We were all college students, not at Hofstra. We all had gone away to school. So one of the cops had said, you threw something at the car. Talking about my boy Manny. He threw a tissue out the window, a Kleenex. A Kleenex is not going to be flying. First of all, if you're sitting forward and the cop car is behind you, he would have to turn his body in such a way to make and throw the tissue or the object out his hand with that much force to catch if it was a heavy enough object with his left hand, more than likely, in order for it to make any impact. But it was a tissue. And my man went crazy. He's like, I just threw a tissue out the window with him. All that out there, man. And it was wild, And I think what finally got us taken care of is because my man Doug, his father, at the time was the president of the Hempstead chapter of the NAACP. And I remember him saying that right there. And at the time, his father was also a practicing lawyer as well. So I think that what eventually got us, through. But come to find out, they had issues at that time, the campus, with the police department or what have you, with that time, with them harassing people and people that gotten tired of it. So when you bring it up now, with Jacob Blake and everything that's going on, of course, we've had Ahmaud Arbery, we've had George Floyd or what have you, of course, Breonna Taylor, and we got countless others. It's just been ridiculous with the amount of harassment that's been going on. And, for instance, why hasn't, Breonna Taylor's killers, gotten arrested yet? You know what I'm saying? We got that going on right now, why isn't that all of a sudden the young man, what's his name, Brock, the young man that was accused of raping the girl, the white guy that was accused of raping the white woman out in, he was in college, and he only got a 6-month sentence for raping somebody or what have you. He got off scot-free, and eventually the judge let him out and said, it was going to be something in regards to going to be a bad influence. He had such a promising career, what have you, and this, that, and the other. and the judge let him out. Like, he just raped somebody, and he got out in 6 months. But then George Floyd gets, arrested or what have you, and then people want to bring up his record past or what have you. Oh, this guy was. What he did in his past had nothing to do with what happened at that moment. And please, people, stop adding the fact that you think that he was on fentanyl or whatever other drug that he was. Everybody clearly saw the video. There was not one video that I saw that says that he was resisting arrest. The man was down. He was not able to move. He was not able to breathe. He was subdued already. Stop it. Stop it. Y'all are bugging with that. You know what I'm saying? He was already subdued. Only thing they had to do was just get him in the car and let him go peacefully, and let him get to the point where he can go ahead and come into a judge, in front of a judge or a jury of his peers, because that's the problem that a lot of us are having. No matter what it is that happens to people of color, all of a sudden their character is brought up in the question, or their past record, or what have you. You know what I'm saying, or what have you. Like the guy named Brock, I forgot his last name. If y'all forgive me about that. Notice no one is talking about him now. No one brought up, a past record or any past, accounts of when he might have done that before. All of a sudden, once he was let go, it went on for like a few months, and all of a sudden that was swept under the table. The thing is, what we want is to be treated equally under the rights of the law, and also not have, if you want to judge our character, then equally judge someone else's character regardless of race. With all due respect, when it comes to black and Hispanic men, or black and Hispanic people, the rules are different when it comes to us, and that's the way. What we want really is equality, not just under the law, but also in the public eye. You know what I'm saying? So we have that going on right now, and it just doesn't seem that way. So I really want to have a discussion with people of other races in terms of how can we come to a solution to end what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Because right now, that's going to take time. It's going to be hard. And you know why it's going to be hard? Because we don't trust each other. And I know a lot of us as black people don't trust, other races, because we've been lied to so much. We've been promised so much, and then people never follow through with that. So we don't trust anybody. We barely trust each other, to be honest with you. You really want to, be if you really want to be honest, you know what I'm saying, real talk, for real. We have a hard time trusting each other right now, because we've been taught to distrust each other. You know what I'm saying? But we need to get past that, and all of us, every one of us. How do we get past that right now? How do we get past the racial biases that we have right now? You know what I'm saying? Someone who's Muslim, who's just walking into a building, should not be thought of as a terrorist as soon as they're walking in the building. You know what I'm saying? Because they have, or because someone has a turban on, they're automatically seen as a terrorist. You get scared or what have you. You know what I'm saying? I should not, no one should look at a white person and be like, oh, they're racist. You know what I'm saying? Without even getting to know that person first. You know what I'm saying? Or you should not look at a black person and automatically think, I'm a thug, or, that I failed in school. You know what I'm saying? Or anything of that nature. And yes, I have a college degree. You know what I'm saying? Proud college graduate of the real HU, Hampton University, Hampton, Virginia. Thank you very much, And, so we definitely have to watch the way that we do, stuff. You know what I'm saying? Here's the challenge I have. Talk to somebody of a different race about what's going on in the world with racism. And discuss their experiences, in case they've had any experiences with racism. You know what I'm saying? So definitely, listen, we got to go to commercial. We'll be right back with more with Confessions with Brian T. Bethea on WJHM 102jams.com. We'll be back to talk about more, y'all. See y'all. Peace.
This is Aretha Simons. When I'm driving, I'm listening to Confessions with Brian T. Bethea on 102 Jams.
All you dolls out there, this is me, Sizzle. 2019 flew by and my friend still did not have the body she wanted. Then I discovered a solution. The cosmetic surgery place. Yes, cosmetic surgery. Don't spend another minute miserable. Call 407-636-5000. She did. Now my friend is all of that and then some.
Be one of the next 7 callers to receive your breast surgery. Free with a tummy tuck. Yes, free. Call now at 407-636-5000.
Oak Ridge Gun Range is a family-oriented shooting range that has been in business for over 30 years. They specialize in basic firearm training and offer numerous services such as consignments, gun trades, gunsmithing, and concealed weapon classes. I even got my training for gun safety at Oak Ridge Gun Range. Great customer service, and firearm safety is what they do best. So find out more at oakridgegunrange.com. The Type Beard Show would like to thank one of our awesome sponsors, SlutChannelUS.com. These guys are very, very cool. They bring 21st century surface drainage solutions to reality. They can do corporate and government work. These are the guys that make roads and bridges safe in the rain. You can see all about them at SlutChannelUS.com. That website again is SlutChannelUS.com. Aw, Dad, my computer's slow again and I can't play my games.
Call Your Computer Solutions today, and we will scan for viruses and clean that computer up remotely and make it fast again. Our phone number is 407-826-0810.
Thanks, Dad. My computer's fast again. Now I can do my homework. Thanks for calling Your Computer Solutions at 407-826-0810. Midstate Fire has been providing top-quality fire equipment services for 3 generations to the Central Florida area. Don't wait for an emergency to repair. Call Midstate Fire today at 407-246-8855. Get your fire extinguishers and emergency lighting for both your home and businesses by visiting www.midstatefire.com. That number again is 407-246-8855. The Type View Show would like to thank one of our dedicated sponsors, Custom Designs Orlando. These guys are on Mills Avenue and do all sorts of stuff, ranging from photo ID badges, engraved signs, custom Braille ADA signs, vinyl lettering, to trophies and awards. They can ship products all over the United States. You can reach them at 407-898-0373.
All right, y'all, and we are back again with Confessions with Brian T. Bethea on WJHM 102jams.com. And, of course, we've been talking about what's going on in the world right now. Of course, the latest case right now is with the Jacob Blake case out there in Wisconsin. So I have been checking up on CNN.com. And apparently 45 is going out to support the law enforcement and National Guard in regards for quelling the uprising out there. And according to CNN, they're stating President Trump claimed Tuesday that the press is more to blame for fueling ongoing demonstrations across the country than his Democratic opponent Joe Biden. After claiming without evidence once again that a plane load of violent criminals dressed in black flew together to stir up civil unrest, Trump spoke about ongoing protests, and this is what he said. So he says, I think a lot of people are looking at what's happening in these Democratic-run cities, and they're disgusted. They see what's going on, and they can't believe that this is taking place in our country. I can't believe it either. One of the reasons I'm making a trip today and going to Wisconsin is we've had such a big success in shutting down what would be a city that would have been burned to the ground by now. Trump claimed, adding, and it all stopped immediately upon the National Guard's arrival. Trump said on the tarmac of Joint Base Andrews ahead of his departure to Kenosha, Wisconsin, the site of recent anti-police brutality demonstrations. Of course, he laid into the media for its coverage of the demonstrations and says, you people, I tell you, if we only had an honest, if we only had an honest press in this country, it would be much more advanced. But we have very dishonest press, he said, later adding, the press should be ashamed of themselves. I think the press, the media, is what's fueling this more so than even Biden, because Biden doesn't know he's alive. Well, to be honest with you, this has only a little bit to do with the press, but you know what? I'm going to say it like this. If the press would not be able to, make up the stories or do the stories like this, if people did not already have those biases to begin with. And that's been the major problem right now, because we've already had these experiences, these situations, or what have you. As a matter of fact, it's because of the press now, and social media rather, more so social media than anything. It's because of people are now, for some reason, paying attention to what's going on with this police brutality, which I don't know what took the rest of America so long to figure out, because the press was covering that back in the day when Dr. King and Malcolm X were doing speeches and stuff like that. The same things were happening. I'm not quite sure what everybody was watching, when my elders or what have you were getting, water hoses sprayed on them, or, getting attack dogs leased on them when they were just, at the time still also peacefully protesting or what have you. You know what I'm saying? So, it's just crazy to me. Now, it's just crazy to me about how people try to spin this. And it doesn't matter about Democratic-run cities at all, because the same things are happening under Republican-run cities as well. And so it doesn't matter who's in office, because the same things happen regardless. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter who's in office, whether Democrat, Republican, or what have you. And we really need to, lay that to rest about, it's the Republicans' fault and it's the Democrats' fault. No, it's mankind's fault for not coming to some type of common ground to make sure that people are treated humanely, with human decency. And now speaking outside of race, you know what I'm saying? Because there's no reason why we should have poor people in this country, with all the money that this country spends, and anything in that regard, in terms of like exports, imports, what have you. You know what I'm saying? With all the rich people and anything like that in this world, nobody should be poor. Nobody should be homeless. No one should be going through the horrors of what's going on. The healthcare system, no one should have to pay, hundreds and hundreds and for some people thousands of dollars for their healthcare right now. It's out of hand. The housing market is ridiculous. People are being priced out. So many people are ended up homeless right now because they can't afford to live where they are. Even for like small apartments, 1 bedrooms and studios are running for, like, in a lot of places, like $1,100, $1,200. That's ridiculous. No place to live should cost no more. If I'm paying $1,200 for an apartment or what have you, it better be like 3 bedrooms, with full amenities, like a whole kitchen, washer, dryer, all that. Heck, for that much money, give me a jacuzzi while you're at it, because if I'm paying that much money, I need to have, come home and relax after a hard day's work. Well, I work from home anyway, but I'm just saying, after the stress that I deal with at work and anybody else deals with at work, give me a jacuzzi and let me call it a day. You know what I'm saying? In that regard. Listen, I want to get back to what's going on in Kenosha right now. So CNN brought up something funny in that regard in terms of the National Guard and what have you. And here's what they said. They said that President Trump has claimed that he ordered National Guard troops into the city to quell rioting and restore order. But in reality, Democratic Governor Tony Evers has already activated the troops before Trump called for their intervention. Now, according to Trump's public schedule, the president is expected to begin his trip to Kenosha today with a visit to property affected by recent riots. He's then scheduled to visit a local high school and then the city's emergency operations center before departing Kenosha. He'll participate in a roundtable focused on community safety. I do think that does need to happen. You know, what needs to happen, we need to have discussions like this. And instead of calling in the National Guard and stuff like that, we need a more tempered approach. Use the National Guard as a last resort. We need someone to come in to help quell the situation right now about what's going on right there. What happened to back in the day when, I'm not even sure if they still exist anymore. I know maybe, you know, in a couple of areas, but I remember back in the day, we had the police athletic league when I was growing up. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, therefore the police were able to interact with the children. So we're going to talk a little bit more about that before we, you know, after we come back from break, family. So listen, stay tuned, and we'll be right back with WJHM 102jams.com for Confessions with Brian T. Bethea. You know what I'm saying? Stay tuned. Stay tuned. We'll be right back, family, in just a few minutes, y'all. All right? Peace.
Over 40 years, Lighthouse Central Florida has provided education, independent life skills, and job training to thousands of Central Floridians who live with blindness or any degree of vision loss. Whether it's picking out clothes in the morning or just moving around your community in serving Orange, Seminole, and Osceola counties, contact Lighthouse Central Florida at 407-898-2483 or visit them online at lighthousecfl.org. Aw, Dad, my computer's slow again and I can't play my games.
Call Your Computer Solutions today, and we will scan for viruses and clean that computer up remotely and make it fast again. Our phone number is 407-826-0810.
Thanks, Dad. My computer's fast again. Now I can do my homework. Thanks for calling Your Computer Solutions at 407-826-0810. Hi, my name is Tiberius Boy. I work with Your Computer Solutions. If your computer is not working, my dad can fix it. He can fix it on-site or remotely. Just call him at 407-826-0810 and tell him Tiberius sent you. That's me. The phone number again is 407-826-0810.
Hey guys, this is TC1, and when I stay in Orlando, I like to stay at the Quality Suites over on International Drive. They are amazing properties, simple rooms in an all-suite hotel with outdoor pool, a restaurant, plus free Wi-Fi and a shuttle. Guys, give them a call at 407-363-0332. They're located at 7400 Canada Ave, Orlando, Florida, 32819.
Peace, family. Again, this is Brian with Confessions with Brian T. Bethea. Don't want y'all to forget, also, I host a weekly open mic called Writer's Block. Who's next? Every Saturday, 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Every Saturday at TNT Cafe. That's TEAAND Cafe. Address 127 West Fairbanks Avenue in Winter Park. So again, Writer's Block at TNT Cafe, 127 West Fairbanks Avenue in Winter Park. Peace, y'all.
All you dolls out there, this is me, Sizzle. 2019 flew by and my friend still did not have the body she wanted. Then I discovered a solution. The cosmetic surgery place. Yes, cosmetic surgery. Don't spend another minute miserable. Call 407-636-5000. She did. Now my friend is all of that and then some.
Be one of the next 7 callers to receive your breast surgery. Free with a tummy tuck. Yes, free. Call now at 407-636-5000.
This is Aretha Simons. When I'm driving, I'm listening to Confessions with Brian T. Bethea on 102 Jam.
All right, family, we are back again with Confessions with Brian T. Bethea on WJHM 102jams.com. Hopefully y'all have enjoyed this episode, man. And, of course, like as I was saying in the last segment, man, listen, we need to make sure that we stress like the police athletic leagues, you know what I'm saying, and get back with police, you know, getting involved with the community. or what have you. You know what I'm saying? Because, listen, not all police are bad police at all. Not all police are bad police. We have very good cops out there, you know what I'm saying? And what's happening right now is that they're being overshadowed by the corrupt ones. You know what I'm saying? And, of course, right now, and I know because I happen to know a very good amount of great cops. Because they are great men and women. And, of course, they do their best. I know that, they do their best to be examples of, being the people that should, abide by the law or what have you. And, and they are just great people. And I wish we just, would see, not only see a lot more of that, but see that in person as well. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I've had some bad experiences with cops, but I have some great experiences with cops. I remember I was speeding, trying to get to work one day when I used to work for Disney or what have you, and I was speeding one day, and I knew I already had my license and registration ready for when the cop came up to the door, to the window or what have you. So I explained to her what was going on or what have you, and I knew it was God because I had my gospel music already bumping or what have you, but she was so nice. I forgot her name or what have you, but she was really, really nice. And I'm just explaining to myself, I'm so sorry. I was trying to get to work on time, and instead of screaming at me or anything of that nature, you know what she did? She just like, just be careful next time, okay? And boom, that's how it is. You know what I'm saying? And that's how it was with her. So there are definitely some good ones out there. But listen, I want to give out my social media. Follow me on YouTube, people. Brian Bethea, Brian. Last name Bethea, Bethea. Follow me on YouTube. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Also follow me on Instagram, The Phoenix 516 at Instagram, as well as my Writer's Block page, Writer's Block Orlando at Instagram.com. Twitter is also the 516, the Phoenix 516. I'm sorry, at Twitter, as well as my Writer's Block page on Twitter is Writer's Block WS. You can also find me on ReverbNation.com/Brian BrianT Bethea Bethea for my poetry and stuff. Of course, you can like the Confessions podcast page on Facebook, Confessions with Brian T. Bethea on Facebook, as well as my artist page, Brian T. Bethea Confessions. It's been real, family. We'll catch y'all next week. Same time, same place, WJHM102jams.com. Of course, if you'd like to be a sponsor, you can holler at me about that as well. And listen, family, we'll be we'll be back with y'all next week. All right. See y'all later. Be safe. Peace.
Are you frustrated with your computer? Tired of waiting for the computer to let you get your work done? Having an IT professional available when you need him can be invaluable to your business. With a Your Computer Solutions monthly service plan, you can enjoy error-free computing and get your tasks done when you want them done. Got a virus or malware warning? Call YCS and let them remotely solve the issue for you. Computer running slow? Give YCS a call and they will remotely fix it. When? Well, right away. On average, our clients are back up and running within 10 minutes of their call. If you want your computer to run smoothly month after month, just get the Your Computer Solutions monthly service plan. Your Computer Solutions is there when you need them. Call us today at 407-826-0810. I repeat, 407-826-0810. Emergency repair when you need it. Call us 407-826